In the last episode, we made this massive farm, which unfortunately is not filled in. Now that we have all of these resources, except for rice, all filled in, we need to actually start processing them because we can't eat raw wheat. We can eat raw potatoes and carrots, and things are trampling my crops and I don't like it. But yeah, we can't eat half of these things without them being made into something else, and 90% of these make something amazing. Like if you take the there it is. If you take the tomatoes, mix them with the cabbages and I think onion, and then you go ahead and throw some beef on it with some cooked wheat, which is bread. You get a nice juicy burger, and the nice juicy burger gives you food, great food. So in this episode, what we are going to do, we are going to actually start making our way into factory life. I have no idea what I'm doing with logistics, so sit back, relax, and enjoy me losing my mind trying to figure out logistics. All right, so one of the biggest things that we're gonna have to do now in order to actually start processing all of this stuff, which, mind you, I didn't show this, but in between episodes, I found a, up this direction, I found a little bamboo forest, which allowed, ooh, is that a dark oak forest by it? That is dark oak by it. I think that's a mansion too, maybe, it's something. But yeah, so I went and found that area, right? No, I need that. Give it back. Thank you. I went and found that area, so I have a boatload of cocoa beans now. Now you might hear the composter behind me. It's making bone meal out of tomatoes because I had well over a few thousand of them, and I don't really need that many, so yeah. I've got all of this growing cocoa beans. It goes all the way down to the end, and it's 3 high, so it's a lot of cocoa beans. But for those of you who are interested in playing this, I am working on getting the mod pack approved for CurseForge right now. I am working on that as we speak. I have uploaded it. I have requested it to become, doable and usable and proper. So we are working on it. Slowly but surely we are working on it. Hopefully soon we will have it ready to go. That is the goal. And yeah, so hopefully it should be up and ready for you guys for you guys' playing pleasure and everything like that. I did make an iron stack upgrade. I am working towards the diamond stack upgrade because it'll make my backpack hold just more things, and personally I want my backpack to hold more things because, it's just not enough. And I did that backwards. I need 2 of those, so 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll put those here so that we have an easy way out, because I plan on utilizing this area over here for the processing plant. Everything that will, well, make all of the stuff that I need to make. I still have yet to plant all of my rice, as you see from my jumping. There is still a lot of rice that still needs to be planted. But that's okay. We're working towards that. But I need to grab I actually need to go down into my mine shaft here and go kidnap my creation. So if we go, let me check this, make sure I don't have any gold floating around anywhere, because if I do, I need to grow it. Grow it? I need to cook it. So we're gonna go down to, I think it's down here in the diamond level. I think. So we're gonna go down here and we are going to grab our, yes, it is our lovely creation along with 6 gold. Cool. Go ahead and pick this up because we are going to be utilizing that for flattening the area around up top. I need to pick up this gold while I'm down here, so I'm gonna harvest up all this gold and then I'll see you guys up at the surface for actually building or flattening time. So I will see you guys shortly. Okay, I do believe that I have the area big enough that I should possibly ever need for making this massive factory. So, I mean, it's pretty big. Eventually, I'm going to go over here and wipe out that house or that building with, hey, is that the letter G? It's a G. So eventually I'm going to end up hitting that with my contraption, just mostly because I don't feel like actually dealing with it myself. Now, if we exit back out of the map, we can go over here, get rid of this little bit of blocking left. We need to figure out exactly how big this factory is going to be, because I mean, I'm going to have to process a lot of things throughout this. So like, I'm going to process all of my wheat into dough, which then will get smoked into bread, and you know, potatoes will get smoked and turned into baked potatoes, and it's going to be a lot of stuff. And as you see my wall of farm right there, it's a rather large farm. So it's going to take a lot of planning, a lot of figuring out, a lot of just thought process to go into this. As you see, I have brought a chain conveyor over here. I made them out of industrial iron because that is the cheapest route I could possibly go for that. And yeah, I'm rapidly running out of iron and all of the other resources that I need. So we're gonna have to figure this out. It's gonna be pretty difficult. So there is something in this that I have never dealt with before, and that is frog ports. I don't know what a frog port does. So we're gonna ponder it real quick. So frog port, you right click on the chain conveyor and place the frog port nearby. When you right click that, it'll assign an address to it. If the address on an intersected Peter Albert, so he'll send that out. If the package is going to Peter, if the package is going to somebody else, so we set that frog port to Peter, set this frog port as Peter, this frog port as Albert, that package will be labeled to go to Peter. So if I can figure this out, I do believe, because that's going to be the high logistics, which is packager, stock ticker, white post box, redstone requester, red tablecloth, frog. Whoa. This is going to be a lot of stuff that I have literally no idea how to utilize at all. It'll pack items in the inventory into a packager. They can be picked up and transported like any other item. So they don't have to go in packages, or do they have to go into packages? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So give me a second. We are here in my creative test world where I figured out that that does in fact fit. And yes, that's where I got my characters for my thumbnails. We won't talk about that right now. So if I go into hyper tubes, what the heck? Create. What is create connected? Nothing important for me right now. Okay. So if we go back into create where I just was, we should be able to find, no, I want the packager, frog port, brass funnel, so packager, frog port, brass funnel. Okay, that's done. Cool. think this is right. So let's time set day / tick freeze. That way nothing's going to be moving around. I won't have to worry about the time changing or anything like that. So we also need chain conveyors, right? I'll grab a chain conveyor. A creative engine. Where is my creative engine? Or creative motor, there we go. And chain. If I can spell it correctly. Okay, so this I'm thinking is what has to happen. Let's go with drawers. So storage drawers, because I'm currently using storage drawers. And a block, just a random block. So if I put that there, put a storage drawer there, put a brass funnel there. Or no, break that, put a packager there. Call him Jim. Nope. So if I were to put, say, stripped oak or stripped, I don't know what I just put in there. If I put that in there and then give it a lever, redstone signal, it's not going to package out of that. Okay, so it won't package out of that. But if because I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm just stupid. I had my tick speed frozen, so it will work. So it does work. Okay, so I can package out of the drawers, which is good. So now we need to get Jim again. Select right there. We'll put Jim there. Jim? Ah, that's cool. Okay, so Jim should take that package. How do I... Hold on. W to ponder. Back to what I was looking at. Right-click a chain conveyor and place the frog port nearby. Yep. Assign the address in the inventory UI. Okay, that's done. Now, how do you change the address of the package? Okay, attach packagers to the inventory they should target. Hit it with a redstone signal, it'll target that. Okay. So how do I change the name of the package though? Because say I want the package to go to, if I want the package to go from Jim to Frank, how do I change the name of the package? Package filter. Shift for summary. Matches packaged items by their target address. Can be used in filter slots of creates components. So stock link. When place stock links, create a new stock network. Right click an existing link before placing it to bind them. If I put those there, that will match those to stock linked packagers, make their inventory available to the network. Other components in the network you can now find or request their items. Okay, that's something I don't really need to figure out right now. So how do you change the name for a package? Huh? I don't quite understand how to do this per se. I'm still figuring this out because it is confusing the ever-loving heck out of me. I want to say I better be able to connect those. Okay, so Jim, let's try again. Let's put you there with that. Only send packages. Jim. So Jim should send that package out once I have an address for him to accept it. So if I put a packager there with a chest behind it, so this is Frank. So Jim should take packages. Do I have to like put a sign on this one? Sign. I don't know. Maybe. Frank. How do I change the name of the package? This makes no sense. I gotta figure this out. Give me a few minutes. I know I'm struggling. You guys are struggling too. Thank you to Quizzle Hazizzle for showing and explaining everything that I needed to know about this. So if I'm doing this correctly, I'll grab a stack of this, okay? I'll throw that in there. That'll package out that stack, which then will flow along to that frog port. Go up there. Go out, and then it should be picked up by Frank down here. Which... oh, you don't have a redstone signal. So... lever? Now, how do I unpackage the package? No, I did not mean to Q. Frog, no, frog. Frogport. W, that's the one I meant to hit. So if I use it to send the package, like I just had it set up to do, it'll send, but how do you unpackage things? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, yep. Yep. Now how do I unpackage the items? Oh, I think I just have to do it backwards. So if I break Frank. All right, so I broke Frank there. So now we're going to brass funnel with a wrench. So it goes in. And then shaft, belt, creative motor. Like so. We should be able to select too far away. This one is Frank. Let's move all this stuff around. Flippy floppy that so it goes that way. We're gonna place a block there, and then we need a chest there, so chest. Actually, I want to see, can I use a drawer? Oak drawer. Oak drawer. And then packager. Packager. Funnel going in. Break the oak drawer there. Place it there. So now, if I throw that into there, that should come out as a package, and it should go to Frank. Frank should pick said package up, but wait. Have him drop said package off. It'll go in. No, hey, whoa. Hold on. Sign. Frank. Done. Try that again. Send package. Package should go to Frank. I might have to apply redstone signal to this. Okay, that didn't work. Lever. On. Let's send him a belt. Is this going to work? Please work. Oh, I do know, package filters. Frank. Try this again. Send. I'm trying to figure this thing out because I have never used frog ports before. So if I can figure this out, then we're going to be fantastic. So is that going to get picked up by Frank and go into Frank? Why you? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Because this should be going right. Packager. Repackager. What does a repackager do? Are you going to get picked up properly? Of course not. Let's ponder this. Sometimes crucial for logistics requires requests to arrive. Order B and order A. Okay. Otherwise, other packages could arrive in between. Okay. And then it's not going to work. In this case, redirect. Okay, that doesn't help me. What am I doing wrong? Because that shows that it should work just fine. Unless it has to be a andesite funnel? Are you guys thinking I'm psychotic because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing? Okay, let's throw a packager in there. That should go to Frank. That should go to Frank. Are you gonna pick it up? No. Okay, this is... What? A drawer. Let's grab a drawer because I do know that they can attach directly to inventory. So let's send my wrench off, see if this is gonna work. That's the front of it. No, it just turns it into a cardboard box. I don't want a cardboard box in there. How do I... Okay, I gotta figure this out. I think I figured out what my problem was. I believe my problem was the fact that I was trying to use a storage drawer for the other end. So if we just send off a bunch of packages to Frank, they should all go into this inventory here. If I actually tell it to send the packages in. So that should go and get picked up here. No. So yeah, everything's in there, but in theory, I should be able to utilize my storage drawers to actually move said items around. So in theory, that should work. So let's say it does, and we go drawer. So we've got a bunch of oak drawers set down, right? I'll get rid of that bottom row. All right, so we've got a bunch of oak drawers set here, and then we take out a packager. But we need to set these packagers to different destinations. So sign. If we put a sign on this one, set it to Frank. Done. Put a sign on this one, set it to Gob. Done. And then set a sign on this one and send it to Junior. Done. Those should all package out items from these and send them off. Let's get rid of all of that. Go belt. Shaft. Creative engine. Nope. Creative motor. Bada boom, bada bing. And then set a shaft down here. Connect it with that. throw a creative motor on there. I'm going to pick up my lever. So that's all done. So in theory, if I put a lever here, go boom, pick that back up. Boom, boom. I'll need a frog port to be able to connect to those items. So we'll need chain and a chain conveyor with a piece of wood here. Not a big deal. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can fly. Because creative world, yay. And then frog port. Boom. Boom. We'll set him to Jim because he is Jim. And then I have Frank, Gob, and Junior. So if I throw an item in each of these, so Frank, Gob, Junior, and I throw a funnel, just a normal andesite funnel down. Funnel, funnel, funnel. Should be able to turn on Frank, Gob, and Junior. Frank, you should pick up the Frank package. Why aren't you picking up Frank? Isn't your name Frank? Yeah, your name's Frank. Why aren't you picking up Frank? Why are you guys just all spinning around all willy-nilly like nothing's right? Chain? Do copper chains work is my question. No. Okay, they don't. Awesome. Good to know. Chain. And Frank. Frank. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Cool, got it. Sweet. Uh-huh. All right, I'll figure this out later. All right, so now that I kind of somewhat maybe possibly know what I'm doing, I have set up a little area here. As you see, this will be the size of the factory. It's going to be relatively large. Now, whether or not I have other rooms that come off of it, that is to be seen. That is for later exploration and figuring out. Okay, those are all raised up now. So now we put a shaft here. I'm going to run a shaft all the way down to this side, which I'll probably have to extend that out, but that's okay. Or I might have this be the ending and this side be the filling, like the go out, like out to here, just so that I have, you know, a drop off point. So let's go ahead and make some more shaft real quick. Put one there. And then I need belts. I.e. I don't have belts currently. I have 2 dried kelp, but I do live right next to a massive cold ocean, so oh, lukewarm ocean, nice. And then a warm ocean. Okay, so I'm not too far from a warm ocean, sweet. But I do live near a cold ocean, which means I can get kelp relatively easily to make more belts. So the other thing that I'm gonna need to make is I need to make andesite funnels, because andesite funnels, I can make 2. Wheat. Oh, I need to sleep. So, I mean, this is all fine and dandy, but it's also, again, in the wrong area. So let's go ahead and fix this one more time. This time what I'm doing is I need to move it because I need to be able to have packagers on the end, because I'm just going to have frog ports run this whole thing. Boop. Yeah, I'm just gonna have frog ports running this whole thing. One frog port here, one frog port there. That'll send all of the crops that I need, or all the items that I need from my crops over here. And then it'll be packaged. It'll be packaged here. Nope, that's not where I wanted you to go. Nice try. Or it'll be packaged over there, sent over here with different names on the packages. And then each one will have different things. So I need to look and see, what does a packager cost? So packager requires cardboard. How in the heck do you get cardboard? Pulp? By mixing saplings or bamboo, which I did pick up some bamboo. Mixing, oh, and sugarcane too becomes pulp. And then you press down the pulp to become, I'm gonna highlight that, press down the pulp to become cardboard. And then 4 cardboard becomes a block of cardboard. That's a bound block of cardboard. Okay, yeah. So 4 cardboard make a cardboard, and then 4 iron, 2 redstone makes 1 packager. So I'm gonna have to spend a decent amount of time crushing up some cobblestone. I'll show you guys over at my house real quick. I've got a wee bit of a setup over here. Nothing too drastic, nothing too major. This thing is currently crushing down wheat, which should be just about done. Yeah. So I'm crushing down wheat to get a bunch of wheat flour so that I can actually make a bunch of bread for those guys over there right now while we wait. And then this filter it can sort out dough. It will only pick up dough, iron nuggets, and flint, which is fine. So when I throw the gravel that I'm going to be getting here soon into this, the cobblestone will go into gravel, get crushed down into gravel, and then I'll throw it into here, into this one. It'll get dropped on top of the smart chute, get washed, and then go down there once it's done being processed. Now, oh, I have andesite alloy in there? I didn't know I had andesite alloy in there. Sweet. That makes life so much easier. I didn't know I had any andesite alloy. Okay, thank you. I need a junk chest, so just drop a bunch of random stuff. Don't worry about that. I'll explain that later. It's just another mod that I added. It kind of sucks. It's not like the original one that I'm used to playing with, the builder's wand that I'm used to playing with. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Back to what I was saying though, I do have a couple stacks of sugar cane on me because it said that I can mix sugar cane with water to get pulp. I think it's 4 sugar cane per 250 millibuckets. Okay, so I'll get 4 pulp out of 1 bucket of water. That's okay. That's not bad. Now I can change this up a little bit because it doesn't currently need to be heated, so I'm not too worried about that. I can always change this up so that I get a pump in here, because I should have a pump somewhere. I know I made a pump, but I'm going to spend a little bit. Yeah, see, I got bamboo. I'm going to spend a little bit of time making pulp, because that is something that I need for cardboard, because I didn't know I was going to need cardboard, but apparently I need cardboard. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting some pulp, getting some cardboard, getting some iron, getting some stuff that I need in order to do all of this wonky stuff that I need to do. And I will see you guys shortly once I have everything that I actually need. There's my other bucket. Hey, look, iron nuggets. So yeah, I will see you guys when I have everything that I need in order to be able to completely get this thing set up to not necessarily start processing, but start actually moving stuff back and forth. I'll need 2 frog ports. I'll need to rearrange these things, my drawers, my storage drawers. I'll need to rearrange my storage drawers because I need those to be able to dispense each. So they won't be all clustered like this. It'll actually be separated out and like separated apart from each other so that each one can package things and dump things onto the belt to be sent out properly. So let me check this chest real quick because this one might be... Where the heck? Okay, I have that. I have my pipe on me, but I don't see my pump. Nope. I have my pipe, but no pump. This is getting awful peculiar. Peculiar. Wait a minute. I think my pipe might actually be, or not my pipe, my pump might actually be over here. I'm gonna check that real quick so I can show you guys. Like I've already got it. Like I know I made it. I don't remember what I made it for, but I made it for something. I just need to find where it's at. Did I throw it into one of these chests? I really need to get a storage interface set up so that I can stop randomly searching around looking for things that probably I should have found already. There's my pump. See, I knew I had one. So yeah, I'm gonna set this up so that this pumps water into this for me, hopefully, and not like completely kill my power station. My power station that's right outside this wall. So I'll see you guys shortly. I just went to go drop off a bunch of food in here, and I noticed, hello, wearing a Santa's hat. And so I was like, okay, that's interesting. Thank you, Arian. Yeah, Arian. What if you need a dandelion, a kelp, and a poppy? Yeah, okay. Yep, nope, not gonna happen. Not anytime soon. But I was like, maybe it's just a fluke. Nope. That one has one on. That one's got one on. I'm pretty sure he's got one on. Or she, I don't know what you are over there. Yep. You got one on. Briella, Jericho, and yep, the farmer's got one on. Everybody's got one on. So that's awesome. I just wanted to pop in and tell you guys that. So yeah, all right, back to what I was doing. All right, you guys will notice some simple changes have occurred here. So this here is farm. He's a good boy. And then over there, well, I'll take you over there and show you what I got going on. But as you see, they're checker patterned. So what will happen is these things will all produce packages. So like there, I've got onion. And if I were to click that button there, it should send out a package. Okay. Package goes. Let's see if I can get over there before it gets picked up into the system. Come on, let's beat the package. So package will loop around and then it will get picked up by that frog port, which is named Onion. He is named Onion. And then, I mean, well, he's not dropping any onions into there. I need him to drop onion into there. So maybe I can change it up a little bit. Yeah, I get a lot of onion when I do this. So let's see if I can change him up a little bit. Because, I mean, obviously I want him to work. And they're all going to have to send to their respective people. So if I were to tell Mr. Frogport here, select that option. Let's place down a wool there. He should go there, and we're gonna name him Onion. Okay, caps lock is on. Onion. So now Onion should pick up an onion from there. And then boom. Boom. Yeah, boom. Boom. So now if I send a package of onion over here, onion should pick up, drop it, and then it should get picked up by that one. And it shouldn't be picked up by any other ones because the next one over, I think, is named Tomato or something like that. Yeah, Tomato. So it's going to take a lot of these packagers, and I currently don't have a very reputable source of iron other than crushing cobblestone in a millstone inside of my starter base right now. So eventually I'll have to make an iron farm, and I wish I would have done that already because this would make it so much easier to do all of this. How much? Oh, I got a lot of sugarcane. Bone meal. So if I come back up here, I should be able to press button, onion package goes, and then ride the chains. We should see onion get picked up here in a second. Onion picked up, dropped, picked up, sweet. Oh no, thunderstorm, sleep. Come on, 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 come on. Ooh, carrot. Haha. You got a shovel. Give me the shovel. Aw, you suck. Okay, so I'm not going near it. No. I know what happens if I go near you. That's not happening. Nice try. You can try to sucker me into it, but that's not happening. So then, I guess in reality, I need frog port there. I'm gonna need a lot of frog ports. Oh, and then I'll need one here as well. Ooh, I'm gonna need a lot of frog ports, but each one of these are gonna send over specific items and pick up specific items. So, I mean, it's gonna work. It's just gonna take a lot of time because I have to make item vaults and I need iron sheets to make item vaults. So it's gonna take a hot minute to be able to do this, guys, but it will. Oh. Look at Shorty over there. Look at him. Dang, dude, you got an enchanted helmet on and everything? Oh, I gotta stay away from him. But yeah, so I do have everything so far figured out what I need to do. And I do have it all figured out what I need to do because this froggy, this singular froggy, will be able to pick up all the packages and take them all and send them all over to the destinations. So that little froggy is doable. Having one frog port down here, I need to make 10 more frog ports. So I need 10 more item vaults. Yeah, I need 10 more item vaults. Do I have 10 slime balls? I have 9 slime balls, but I do have the stuff needed to make slime balls. All right, this is gonna take a while. So let me do the math. I need 10 more. Oh Lord. I do have a lot of pulp. Go ahead and dump this stuff into there. Get it turned into iron nuggets and that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be at this for a little while. I will see you guys hopefully soon. So give me a minute and I'll see you guys in what will probably be a few hours, if I'm being completely honest. With how much iron I get from that, I don't get very much iron from it, so it'll be a few hours. So I will see you guys soon. Okay, hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, as it is driving me absolutely up a wall. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I got a little bit more of it set up. So right now I have tomato going and wheat going as well, and they both work over there. They get picked up. The tomato gets picked up by that guy right there, him, and then the wheat gets picked up by that guy there. And so it goes, wheat goes in that one, tomatoes in that one, onions in that one. So it is working. Slowly but surely it is working. I am slowly but surely getting up to the point of being able to do it. Now, granted, this is going to take forever. I saw something. Is it? Hold on. What? What? Is this a full set of cardboard art wall? I am books. What? No beetle here, just a box. Sorry, I'm goofing off. Apparently, hostile mobs won't notice you if you're in this form. So create gods. You guys are amazing. And create developers, y'all rock. I'm going back to my diamond armor, but that's awesome. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. I may have just figured out how we're gonna automate this. Also, it's paused for a reason. Watch this. So this thing will send a signal to Onion until it is full. Hey. Wait, is this sending onion and tomato? Stop. Stop. What are you? What is in you? You are tomatoes. I broke it, did the system. Uh-oh. Never mind. We're just gonna let those tomatoes despawn. I think I just broke the system. I don't know why, because, oh, snap. So it's getting a signal because that one's tomato, right? Yeah, that's tomato. So tomato is getting a signal from this one. So I might have to reconfigure this whole jigger and get this whole thing fixed and flipped and flopped. I think I know what I need to do, though, to fix this, because I am out of tomatoes and I am out of onions. All of my onions and tomatoes are all sitting on sitting in boxes. I broke it. Don't despawn, please. I'm begging you. I think I know what I need to do, though. So we can go ahead and actually just right-click that to refill the tomatoes. Jump up here real quick. We're gonna break that. We're gonna grab the oak drawer, place it there, and we're gonna pick all of this up. Because now we're gonna take our tomato drawer. Like, no, that's not the tomato drawer. That's the tomato drawer there. Now we should be able to put that there. That should not get that signal. And then we need to put that there. Turn that around. Put a sign back on it. Name it tomato. Caps lock. I forgot I have my zoom set to caps lock, so Now when I go return this thing back on, it shouldn't trigger tomatoes. It should only trigger onions. And see, that's the issue there, is because it won't trigger it until this is set. Okay. Yeah, I have it set to trigger on when at or below that. So this thing should fill. So now if we do that and then take onions, set it to that. Okay, it should be sending a signal, and I don't see any tomatoes coming through, so we should be all right. Now let me see. Can I pick up? Oh no. Oh no. I have broken it all. Oh no. Oh no. To help somebody send the Coast Guard or something. I need help. I don't know why I need the Coast Guard, but still. I'd prefer it to not all just despawn. Because, I mean, this is a lot of items. I don't particularly want to lose out on. You done? You're full. Stop. I'm just gonna dump my inventory into this one. Go to sleep. Fix this. And I'm gonna have this thing only trigger when it's at or below 54. Half of 54, it would be, what, 27? So now it will only trigger when it's at or below half capacity. So I got some cleaning up to do, man. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think of this, but like they can all fit into here still in boxes. I didn't have to do all this nonsense. So now that that will trigger that, I need to set another one, which, I mean, it was relatively simple to make the first threshold switch, which, go ahead and make 7 of those, make 1 more threshold switch, and then I'm gonna grab tomatoes, and I'm gonna set this threshold switch, invert signal, at or below 27, set tomato, tomato, potato, potato. So now that one will send a signal when it hits at or below half the inventory. So that way it's going to call for multiple packages. It's just going to continue to send the package request, or it's going to continue to send the request for the items until I tell it, hey, you're good, you're fine, you ain't got to worry about that. So now I'm going to set you. What did I just do? Can you go away? How about no? No. No. How about that? That sound like a good idea? Okay, so now that should be Set, yeah, that's set back to the way it should be. Once that hits half, it'll request tomatoes. So now I just need to set this up a little more different again. In other words, all I really have to do is just break a bunch of stuff and place a bunch of stuff. So that's what I'll do. I'll break, place, you know. This way it's up a level. It cannot receive the signal from the other ones and all that fun stuff. So I have a lot more stuff that I have to get going, and I still have a lot of stuff that I have to do. So I'm going to set up all of those exactly the same way I just set that one up, which is set it up with the, what's going on over there? Because there's something floating. Oh, yep. Somebody broke my carrots. All right, so yeah, I'm going to set them all up with threshold switches like that so that it can do all of this. I'm going to get everything reconnected, refigured out, continue making the packagers and the frog ports and everything that I can as I'm going along. It's going to be a little while until I see you guys. When I see you guys again, I should have all of the packagers, all of the frog ports set up with the threshold switches telling me, hey, I'm only going to request these when I hit half or below my requested amount. So, or half or below my inventory. So that should be all, or it shouldn't take long. I mean, it'll take me a couple hours, but I'm going to go ahead and break this so nothing can climb up here while I'm not paying attention. There. Now nothing should be able to get in here to me while I'm not paying attention. And yeah, so I will see you guys momentarily when things are better. It'll be like a second for you, but it'll be a few hours, if not days for me. So I'll see you soon. All right. So after many hours and a lot of work, I now have everything hooked up. I did end up having to actually add another one because I completely forgot about carrots. But I do successfully have a low battery on my headset, apparently. I do have everything moved over here. Well, everything capable of moving over here moved over here. As you see, pumpkins are still empty. Rice is still empty. Well, air quotes, empty. And then we've got cocoa beans, beetroots, melons, potatoes, sugarcane, sweet berries, and the carrots. We have a lot of things done. We still have a lot of things to do. So one of the biggest things that we still have to do is we need to start actually processing things. So the first thing that we're going to work on processing is going to be the wheat. So wheat is going to be the big thing we need to focus on processing first. So, I mean, personally, I would like to take the wheat out of this chest and move it to the other side to be processed. So we can set up a small little processor over there. That would just require more chain conveyors, and by golly, it's a lot of work. It has taken a lot of time. It's the next day. I spent many hours on this, just going back and forth. I still have to empty out that completely. This is all of like my belts and everything, so I also need to set up some sort of power supply. Probably underneath this place is what I'll end up doing. Or over here in the opening, I don't know. I might turn this into a... I've been needing iron, and there's iron sitting right here. What the heck, guys? Why didn't you tell me about that? What the heck? All right, so if I'm going to do this the way that I'm wanting to do this, what I'm going to need to do first, get some shaft. I will also need to get a chest or two. I'm going to utilize spruce blocks as my, actually birch planks as my filler blocks. So I'll need, I'm going to come in about this far. There'll be a chest there, and then, you know, everything over here for going into the chest. So from there, we'll have a belt here that'll go out about that far. And then on top of that, we can get rained on, apparently. Let's go ahead and turn these into hog wheels. Make some more shaft. I can make more andesite alloy if I need to, which I probably will end up needing to do. That should give me 4, or 3, sorry, not 4, 3. And then I'll need my shaft as well. We'll put a shaft there. 2 vertical gearboxes, so gearbox there, gearbox there. I mean, that's going to put us awfully close to the wall, but I can always expand the building. That's the lovely part about this, is I can always make the building bigger. Because if we look at wheat flour, it can be crushed in a crushing wheel. It doesn't have to, whoa, basin processing. It doesn't have to be in a millstone. It can be in this thing. So then after that happens, after that gets crushed, then we need it to be washed. I heard that. Where are you at? We'll need it to be washed, and then it will go into that brass funnel there. Which I need to put a filter on. Don't think, oh, I do have iron nuggets, sweet. I do have iron to make iron nuggets, so with that, I'm gonna make a filter. Make 2 of them. Swear to God, I keep hearing zombies. Make 2 of them because I actually do need more than 2. I also need to go get some more rose quartz, which is a pain in my backside, but that's okay. So, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a funnel here that'll get rid of the wheat seeds that come off of it, so that we're just picking up actually, this one will pick up wheat dough and seeds. Is that the allow list? Yeah. Okay. So he will pick up the wheat seeds and the dough, because the dough will get washed right here. Which means I have a lot more iron to get and a lot more stuff to do. So I'm gonna go ride my zip line back over to my big area of land and go work on gathering up the remainder of the stuff that I'll need, because I'm gonna need quite a few things. So yay! Let's go have fun collecting resources. Gotta love Minecraft, right? Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Alright, so I have the crushing wheels. Now I can put those there. I need to be super, super careful when I get into this thing, because if I'm not careful, this could end the entire run. And personally, I would like it to not end the entire run. I apparently ran out of cardboard. Don't know how I ran out of cardboard, but apparently I ran out of cardboard, unless it's over here in one of these chests. So right now. Let's see. Nope, not that one. This one. It's not in that one. Oh, there is zinc in there though. I do need to cook up that zinc. I'll take that as well because I do need those, and I'll take the chains too because I will need the chains as well. So now we need to head back to our house real quick because we need to make 1, 2, 7 things. 60, 42. I don't know. A lot. We need to make a lot of things. Well, we need to make more cardboard first, and I don't know how I'm out of cardboard, but apparently I am. So let's go get some cardboard. It's probably the cardboard that I used to make my suit of armor. Apparently there's a cardboard weapon too. It's a paper towel roll. An empty paper towel roll. So the things that I need to make over here real quick are going to be... Well, first off, I need to check this. Wow. You are not going as fast as I would like you to go. I have it like double stacked right now so that it's just crushing a lot of cobblestone right now. Do you have any cardboard in you? No. Do I have any pulp anywhere? I should have cardboard. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Where's all of my cardboard? I should have had cardboard. Where the heck is my cardboard? I guess I don't have any cardboard or pulp. So I need to reconfigure this. Which means I need to make a tiny cogwheel. That is not at all where I wanted that to go. Tiny cogwheel goes there. That'll start pushing water out here, which is okay. It's not going to hurt anything if it pumps water out onto me. It's just going to fill that spot with water, which I can fill up later. Not a big deal. The main thing that I need to do is boop. So that fills up with water. Let's grab a stack of sugar cane. Go ahead and throw that in there real quick. We'll go ahead and fill that back in so it's covered. And I think that's the only thing I'm missing right now is cardboard. So, because what I'm trying to make right now is the packager, which, yeah, all I'm missing is cardboard, which is fine. And then I also need to get a bit of gold. I'll slap that gold there. Let's see, that's 2. I need 5 in total. And I can throw that back up there. And then I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1, 2, 5. I need those big wheels and small wheels. If you haven't figured it out yet, I am working on making a mechanical press, speed controller. Shut that off so I can turn my speed controller on. Shut that off as well. That's on. Dang it, that only left me with 5. 1, 2. Or left me with 3. All right, so that's gonna make my cardboard for me. Good. And then I need to, hopefully this works first try. If I can make this properly, which it is a precision mechanism, which goes into a speed controller right here. Precision mechanism is small, big, iron. Small, big, iron. Small, big, iron. So small, big, iron. It worked first try. Sweet. So now we can actually, can you get off my screen, please? Thank you. Precision mechanism I made, which means I need to make the speed controller. Where did you go? There you are. Speed controller is made. The speed controller is going to come in handy for the big wheels that I have over there because it'll allow me to actually be able to control everything that I do. So I need to make snap out of iron again. Yeah, this is what I've been doing to get iron. Just letting that crush and go back and forth between it. So it's taken quite a long time to get iron, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Get rid of the banner. I don't need the banner on me, and I don't need that on me or that on me. Okay. So now we're going to check, see how much iron do we have. Enough to make 2 more pieces, which is 3. I need 1 more to make 1 more of those, and then I need 2 more, so I need 3 more. No, because I'm going to take 2. Yeah, so I need 3 more bits of iron. Because now I can make that. Boom. No, I need a lot more bits of iron because that's 2 frog ports. I need to make, I need to make 2 frog ports, so I need 5 more bits of iron. I need a lot of iron. So, I mean, I'm working on it slowly but surely, and we can actually head over while this thing's doing its thing. I might head over and start working on actually getting everything else set up because I can't really do anything else for the time being. I have to wait for this to finish. I have to get some more iron out of this. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is by arguing with it over and over again until it gives me iron. More than 2 nuggets. Please, that would be greatly appreciated. I have to AFK while that thing crushes down iron because it's going so slow. But we're going to head back over here real quick. It won't take long to get over there as long as I have my hunger all fed up. I'm starting to get fed up. I think the only thing we're going to manage to process in this video is probably the wheat. I will try to do more. It really depends on time constraints for this because, I mean, this thing is pretty big. This thing is pretty big. Because the main thing I need to do is I need to make sure wheat, where it's at. Did I already? No, wheat, you are down here. You're wheat. So let's get some dirt. Boop, boop. I need to, boop. You're going to be going to bread. Or no, you're going to be going to wheat process. So when that makes a bit, it will send it over to wheat process, which is over here doing its thing. You like my little water wheel setup? They are both functioning. I made sure I disconnected the chain drive back here, and I made sure they are both functioning on their own. Currently we have 7,000 stress units that we're able to utilize. So, I mean, granted, I was utilizing a lot of them for this, but now if we throw that right there with the speed controller, we'll be able to throw a shaft on, flip it over. That'll send it that way. We'll ramp it up to 64. That's what I got to be careful of, is doing that. This, I want it to exactly 64. That will pick up everything over here. So I'm going to need a bunch more iron. So I'm going to be at this for a little while. Because, well, I need to make another frog port. I need to make another packager. And I need to make more of, well, everything in general. I also need to bring my chain drive over here. I don't have the chain conveyors over here. That's interesting. What I'm probably going to do is chain off of that one to about right here so that I can send a chain all the way down here, which will come probably about right here, and then send it off that way. So everything that I have to process will be able to be processed off of that chain drive, along with using more frog ports and things like that. Now I need to check real quick. Are you over here? You are over here. I also have more brass casings. So I do have my chain drive. I just need to set them up. Boom. And then we'll go all the way down to the other side, which hopefully this is enough. Boom, 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 boom. Nope, that was one too many. There. Hopefully I have enough chain. I probably won't, but it'll be all right. Let's... Oh, yeah. How many chains are you going to take to connect from there to there? 3. I'm going to say, luckily for me, I have what it... I hear a zombie. Gotta be underground. Okay, so I need 3 chains. I have 2 chains. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of chains for this one. I don't have any zinc on me. I do have zinc on me. There's my 3rd chain. Sweet. So now if I connect that, that will cause that to go. I can grab this frog port. No, I can't grab that frog port. Dang it. Because this frog port will only pick up packages that come out of the packager. Unless I do this, make some more shaft. I'm thinking, my brain is processing currently. Do I have another gear shift anywhere? I do have a gearbox. Let's turn it into a vertical gearbox. So vertical gearbox there. Let's rotate and rotate. Shaft, shaft. Going the wrong direction. I need the belt to run along here. All the way down to about here. Which means I'll only need to use 1 frog port for this whole line. And if I do it this way, I'm running the correct direction because I can put the frog port down here and have him pick up everything over here. Okay, that'll work. That will actually work. So if I put a frog port there to connect, boom, this froggy is raw. That frog's raw. So now with the raw froggy, he can actually connect all the way down here to this belt. So now everything that I need to process will come off of this line, except we're gonna run into the same issue that we ran into over there, which is they're too close, so they were naming each other. Yeah, so like this one might have been named wheat process, but the one right next to it was coming out, cocoa beans were coming out as wheat. So that was something I was facing. That's why it's currently set up the way that it is with 2 blocks between each one. So continuing on where we are going to, let's say, I know I should have andesite funnel somewhere. We'll put an andesite funnel here. So right now I'm not too worried about the fact that I need the wheat process, that I'm going to have multiple different things coming out onto this line. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. My main concern right now is the fact that I am going to have or my main concern right now is getting the wheat processing set up. So I need to get more chains, I need to get a bunch of other stuff, and I need to get this thing actually up and running. Once I get the frog port and the packager over here done, we'll be able to send this or set this thing into motion and actually get it processing wheat for us. So let me go get some more stuff, and then we will see how that goes from there, and I'll be back to see you guys as soon as that is done. All right, so down here we have basically the same setup as over there for these things, with the boxes that tell it, hey, I need more items, you know, the threshold switches, that's the word. So I've got it pretty much set up the same way down here with that. So it's got bread on it because, you know, I had to mark it somehow. And this has been running for about, I'd say 35 minutes. So it's been running for a little while. And boom, bread. We've got a decent amount of bread here. We have quite the decent amount of bread. I need to reconfigure this real quick though, so I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick that. Give me my chain drive. Thank you. So we're gonna reconfigure this real quick. We're gonna go and say, hey, I know for a fact I'm gonna need a flint and that's a steel. A flint and steel, I'll need one of those eventually, but for the time being, I said but, we are going to make a couple more, well, andesite casings so that we can make a couple more chain drive. Trying to think of the word that I was looking for. My brain just did not want to figure it out. So we're gonna grab our iron real quick, turn that into nugs, and that will give us the ability to make a couple more encased chain drives, which will be enough to say, hey, go there, there, and then there. That way they're all still turning the same direction, and I can take wherever it went, because I know I made one, take my flint and steel, throw that down there, and then I can throw all the wheat seeds into it, and it will forever get rid of the wheat seeds because I don't need them. So yeah, we've got a decent amount of bread, but unfortunately, I do believe this is where we're gonna have to call it for the day. It's gonna be a long episode, so I do apologize for those of you who have stuck around all the way to the end to see this and figure out what in the heck I'm doing, because I'm trying to figure out what in the heck I'm doing. And yeah, so I will see you guys I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I enjoyed making it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, where hopefully we can continue working on our factory and start processing other things such as potatoes and getting them cooked down to hopefully get potatoes and bread moved over to our colonists. That is our next goal, is to be able to get food over to our colonists successfully and keep them fed up. So, I mean, because I'm pretty fed up with them, so I got to keep them fed up and not hungry. As you see, we are lacking on the wheat here, which, surprise. I mean, I'm surprised. That's shocking to me. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy.